Wow. Okay.
I have different art.
Yeah, it's a different. It looks like you have a different room, but it's just a different angle, I guess.
Different angles. See, there's the fireplace. From
Okay.
last week.
Okay. The fireplace was a good setting. Now it's weird. They have art.
You have a fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
got
used
it
it last week.
for romantic purposes, or just because you were cold. You wanted to romance yourself. Ben's not amused.
Every now and then you got to treat yourself. You know?
Yeah, you man.
You need to romance yourself.
I just can't take the chance of people popping into the conversation at the wrong time.
But you're romancing yourself?
About anything.
Is that gang activity?
I'm so scared.
Don't be scared.
Every
Don't be scared.
She drove down here and made me shave.
You know what? I believe that. Jenny.
Oh, she's coming. She's coming. She's coming.
Jenny.
Not right now. Maybe later.
Hey-o.
Speaking of romancing yourself.
Hey-o.
Goose and gander.
Hey-o.
Let me see your shirt, Bob.
Huh?
Let me see your shirt.
Doctor Strange. Except the
Nice.
Except the hands are right on my boobs, so it looks like I have boobies.
It's nice.
It's weird.
It looks like you have
that kind of Doctor
boobies.
Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange
Touch my boobies. This is turned into a nighttime shirt because of the placement of the power rings on the hands. Because my wife was like, "It looks like he's grabbing your boobs." I was like, "Well, first off, I don't want to have boobs, and second off, you're kind of right." So this is a sleepy time shirt.
And third off, hot. Because Doctor Strange grabbing your boobs would be hot.
Yeah, I'm being molested. Well, that's just you're thinking about Benedict Cumberbatch grabbing my boobs. If you're thinking about the guy in the comic books who originally just kind of looks like a Presto with a weird mustache, not so hot. You've definitely turned him into the actor Doctor Strange.
That was one of the first Marvel comics I ever read.
It's great. I love Doctor Strange. I have the first issue of Doctor Strange, not the first appearance, but like when he got his own book, like in the 70s. I got it upstairs. I love that book. I even have, this is a good read if you're interested. The Marvel Essentials. I got this one. It's really good. It's like, it's fun to hear Strange kind of speak in the weird Stan Lee way that he wrote it, if that makes sense. Like with all the weird, like, oh, by the eye of blah, 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 and like all the names of the spells and stuff. I miss that about Strange.
You can almost hear those Stan Lee's voice when you read that.
Totally.
But now, does that have color pages, or is it black and white reprint?
It's all black and white reprints, but it's still fun. But the only thing you lose is some of the cool Ditko backgrounds and stuff like that, you know?
And I mean, especially with Doctor Strange, there's always so much going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, see, that's how I was introduced to it. I mean, in Marvel Comics in general, was my uncle got that back when they used to make the little half-size digests.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost like that Essentials, but it was like the first 2 years of Doctor Strange appearances. So it starts out with the accident and him being, before that, him being the arrogant surgeon and, the whole backstory, and then how he has to go on the quest and all that junk.
Quest.
The new Doctor Strange book isn't that bad.
No, Jason Aaron's killing it, but he's leaving the book. Someone else is doing it, so I'm curious to see what happens with that. So anyway, I'm trying to take into consideration Facebook comments from people who think that we go on too many tangents and don't talk enough about Star Trek.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Just saying, the USA is playing right now.
I'm watching in the background.
Well, and to be fair, just to balance out the load on this, it's Chicago Cubs versus Chicago White Sox tonight. It's the bottom of the fifth, and Cubs are leading 5-0.
So should we just do this another day or something?
No, we have to record tonight because tomorrow we're recording Word Bros, the other podcast I do at 9:30, and then I'm going on vacation. So we're taking next week off.
Fancy.
Yeah, so I'm curious, Jenny, what are you watching in the background while we talk about this week's episode?
I'm playing a game.
Two guys fuck.
I mean, that is the game.
A video? No, it's two guys.
So traditionally, guys watch. Well, that's the thing is traditionally guys watch lesbian porn and get off to it. Do chicks watch gay porn and get off to it?
I don't know.
Depends on the chick.
But I think most of them, they watch it for amusement. Like they find it funny.
So do I. I mean, no.
And by funny, you mean arousing?
By funny, I mean sexy.
Can't stop coming.
So this episode is called The House of Quark.
Oh my God, are we recording?
Yes, we are. Very much so. This is a fun episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is what we talk about here every week on Dork Trek. Who wants to do the run through? Nobody? Okay,
Nice.
Great.
Right,
I don't have my resources. I
can do the start here. Starts off in Quark's bar. And
Yeah.
he's complaining to Rom that they don't have any customers, and they don't have any customers because the whole Dominion thing scared everybody off.
Which is pretty
Business is
cool.
dead.
Which is pretty neat that like the Dominion is kind of, there are ramifications of the Dominion, I guess, beef, because it's not quite
they don't just press the reset button.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, well, that's over. hey, remember those alien guys that took over a bunch of admirals on Starfleet? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. What? Yeah. Remember that? Nah, I don't know anything you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's the best thing too about the Dominion is they like hardly anybody has seen them in the Alpha Quadrant so far because that was all just a simulation. All that other stuff that happened, like the only thing is that one Jem'Hadar dude came, and then that lady like teleported off the station, and almost everybody else is dead that's seen them so far.
It's cool. It's got a cool Cold War vibe to it. Like there's nothing really happening. You just get these two kind of like factions just kind of grinding against each other, and people are starting to feel the ramifications. It's pretty neato.
That sounds sexy the way you put it. They're just grinding against each other.
Take that Gamma Quadrant.
Cold War makes me so hard.
Gamma Quadrant, let me grind it. I get so excited. I love that. Was a good reaction, Dennis. But
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
I know. It was a good reaction. But yeah, so yeah, they're just kind of grinding it out, and awesome stuff is happening here. And nobody's at Quark's. The bar is empty. Yeah. Nobody's there except the one guy with the chest protector on and the weird. Does he have a name?
Who, Morn?
That's his name, Morn?
Yeah, that's the in joke.
Okay.
He's in almost every episode. He never speaks.
No.
And the idea was he was the bar regular. And this was when this was coming on. Cheers was still, somewhat popular.
Okay.
In our recent memories. And so the big main character that we always know and love was Norm. And so they introduced Morn, who is Norm
that makes
backwards.
Sense.
Now, is Morn a painter also?
I don't know.
That's interesting that he just so they just called him Morn. So he actually doesn't have a name.
No, he does.
Now, what's his name?
His name is Morn. Morn.
So his name. So that's not just something the Trek fans came up with. That's his actual name.
No, that's what he said at the beginning of the episode.
Okay, when
Klingon
Morn
rule or Ferengi rule of acquisition, blah blah blah. When Morn leaves, it's over or something.
Okay, interesting. I like Morn because again, like he's in every episode. Like for all we know, Dennis could be Morn. Dennis, close your mouth. You got to catch flies.
Oh man, that's nasty.
I didn't see his hand.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it might be compound fracture. Ouch.
But yeah, so it's
Morn. I mean, Morn has a
Well,
compound fracture.
Morn has a compound fracture.
Finger blasting that chick he took home.
But yeah,
if
for all
break your hand doing that, you're doing it wrong.
No way, that's right. You don't know how these alien vaginas work, man. I mean, who knows what's
Maybe
going
if it was a Klingon woman.
There's a lot of spines.
Yeah, who knows what's going on down there in the nether regions of the Klingon swimsuit area? You know?
They have two. I mean,
yeah, and if you're doing a Klingon, you got to like chop 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 chop.
That's why the Vulcans do that. So they have like.
That makes sense.
I like how we're telling Jenny how it works. She's the only person here with a vagina. It's like, listen, dicks, you guys are planting me.
Yeah.
I keep one in the drawer, but just for travel purposes.
That's your hand, bro. Tran. That's Rosie Palms and her 5 friends, bro. But yes.
I don't think I've heard Rosie Palms since I used to watch Beavis and Butthead.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. You know,
I like it.
I'm bringing it back. So yeah, so you've got the Morn is his name. Morn? M-O
Yes.
Morn. So
Or
I love that guy. Like, he's one of my favorite characters. He could, like I said, he could be any of us. He could be you, Ben. He could be Jenny.
And don't they say, like, at some point that he just won't shut up? Like, that's the thing about him, but he never says anything on camera.
right. Because there was one where he, like, Quark was, he was sad, and so Quark was trying to get him to. He's like, "Oh, you're one of my regulars. You can tell me anything. I'm always here for you." And he goes to say something, and then something more interesting happens with Odo or something, and Quark just walks away.
Like,
I'll be right back.
Oh, so he finally gets his big moment. And he's got like a weird, like half Batman costume on, like 89 Batman costume with like the pecs, so he looks all big, and he's got the weird. He looks like a Star Wars reject. Like
Yeah.
He We lost you, Ben. What happened?
Am I still here?
Yeah, you said he did, and then you just stopped, which is weird.
You went off a cliff.
Yeah.
No, it's the Alzheimer's. It's no, he tried out for the Jar Jar Abrams demo reel. Jar Jar made it. He didn't.
Oh, that's a bummer. But yeah, so then all of a sudden, like, the bar is empty. Dennis, what else happens? Come on, Dennis, what happened?
What happened next? I didn't actually watch the episode.
No, I watched it and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
There's only one customer left. Some Klingon dude who's super drunk.
Oh, shit.
He hammer
And
drunk.
Rom's like, man, he doesn't want to pay. He just wants to drink for free.
It's great because Quark's like, man, fuck this dude. And like he walks over there all tough. He's phoning tough and crazy brave,
Yeah.
Quark. And then the Klingon dude gets up and he's like, hey, what'd you say to me, bitch? I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out his blade and they fight.
Yeah.
And
They tussle.
I don't know if I call it a fight. Like, he took a swing at Quark, and Quark's like, no.
well, I mean, if you watch it, like, the dude pulled back his blade and kind of went down on Quark, and Quark kind of grabbed his arm. So it was kind of an altercation. I mean, granted,
It was a brouhaha. I
yeah,
would say.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was like a pure 6 brawl or anything, like with, chairs. It wasn't like the scene in Back to School where like guys are getting thrown over the bar and like people getting hit in the head with chairs. But like, it was a decent fight. I mean, he took back and Quark.
Most bar fights don't last very long.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Yeah.
I think that Quark is an experienced bartender, so he's dealt with drunks. Maybe not drunk Klingons, but he's dealt with drunks over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But if
he
that
knows
guy
that,
wasn't
Bob and
wasted,
Weave.
Quark would have gotten his ass kicked.
Yeah, but that's what happens sometimes when drunk guys fight. Like, they're just so drunk they can't fight. And like, I thought Quark did a pretty good job of parrying the attack.
Mhm.
And then then they rolled down the stairs and he died. He stabbed himself with his own knife. It
that's what
happened.
happens when you get whiskey knife.
Yeah,
Sometimes you cut yourself.
you got whiskey knife, baby. I thought Quark did pretty well for a Ferengi against a Klingon, and then this motherfucker just laying there with a knife in his chest. No robot monkey heart for this dude.
No.
No.
He is dead.
Yes,
Why doesn't
because
he
they
have 2
waited
hearts?
too long.
Doesn't he have 2 hearts like a freaking Time Lord or something?
They both got
I
stabbed.
went through both of them.
Like a shish kebab.
They're
of
one behind the
Klingon
other,
hearts.
so it goes straight through.
Yeah, that's
They're not
it's
side
And
by
not the
side.
best design.
yeah, it's kind of not the best design for the hearts, but I mean the chest is only but so big. That's why when they turn their back, they put hands on both their hearts, and then they turn around like they're in like a '70s R&B group.
Yeah. It's like a half trust fall
Yeah.
without the fall.
That's because Klingons don't trust.
Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her?
What's weird about that?
Every time they shun somebody, that's all I think is they're like just some 70, like the Pips back there. I'm just waiting for Gladys Knight to show up, start singing.
Now, do they spin back around when they unshun you?
Yeah, when they
put the arms out.
Well, that's when LL Cool J comes out and does his version of the song.
Then they start box stepping and shit, and it's real good. The Klingons have really good choreography. They take.
Wasn't that LL Cool J who did that?
What?
Have you seen her? I think he did a cover of that.
Did he? I thought that might have been Heavy D.
A rap cover. All right, Wikipedia.
To the internet.
I had to put my glasses back on for this one. Hold on. Whoever gets the answer first wins the prize.
We're all looking. I want to say it was Heavy D. Remake. Have you seen her?
Oh, MC Hammer?
What?
Everybody's wrong.
All right. That sounds about right. I mean, yeah.
I think maybe you're looking at a page where there's a racist who did the comments and they don't know the difference.
Let's see. No, it's a YouTube video.
I see MC Hammer. Have you seen her? Yeah, I'm glad I put this tape in. I'm just going to cruise down the road looking at the stars in the sky and drift off into the sweet memories that I have. This is MC Hammer. Have you seen her? Interesting.
Yeah, on the Have You Seen Her Wikipedia page for the Chai Lights song,
what?
it says the most significant cover was recorded by MC Hammer for his successful LP, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em.
I had this record. I don't remember this. Oh, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. Oh, yeah, okay. You know this is old because he's talking about he's glad he put the tape in. Like, what are you talking about? What tape? What tape?
What the fuck's a tape?
Scotch tape? What you talking about, Hamill?
Is it packing
duct
tape?
Yeah, packing tape, duct tape? What you talking about, Hamill?
So, I was but a wee baby when this song came out.
The Hamill one? No, you weren't that young, Ben.
I was going to say, get the fuck out.
The original one. Jesus Christ. I'm not that old or young.
I'm middle. I'm middle age.
I am an age that is in the middle.
That's what they call it, middle age.
You old.
You old.
If I were in Earth, I would be Middle Earth.
Get the fuck out, Ben.
I have hobbits in my pubic hair.
I believe that.
I refer to my my bunghole as the Shire.
My bunghole.
When I piss, it becomes Rivendell.
And that was a stretch. That was a little.
You must have a really nice butthole because the hobbits never want to leave there.
Who knows?
Now I want to see it.
No,
my taint is referred to as Bag's End.
Is that why all the doors are round? Because they cover the butthole.
Oh, now I can't stop singing Have You Seen Her? Great. Way to go.
There are worse songs you could have
That's
stuck in your head.
It's a really great. That's a really great song.
At least you probably don't have the MC Hammer version stuff.
No, I don't have the original. I remember. Do you remember that? Do you remember that Sinbad stand-up special that he did at the end where him and his dancers lip synced that one? Do you remember that? It used to be on Comedy Central all the time. It was like Sinbad did a stand-up special in like the mid '80s, and at the end of it, like it was him and his boys. Like they did like a lip sync version of it. Just Google like lip sync Sinbad. Have you seen her? It's really weird.
Oh my god.
Sinbad.
He came out to the Academy when I was there and did a show.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
I saw him with my mom back in the day at the Portsmouth Amphitheater. He was funny. I mean, he was clean. He was funny though.
Yeah.
You know. So anywho,
he's one of those successful clean comedians.
Yes. Who's not a serial rapist.
Yes.
But he was great in that Genie movie.
I don't remember the Genie movie. That didn't happen, I don't think. That's not real.
No, I saw that. I seen it on the YouTubes.
Nope, not real. Never happened.
I'll send you the video.
Nah, son.
You guys have a very good cameo in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get into that show.
I've tried really hard and I can't do it either.
Yeah, him and Rob Thomas for some reason are together, and they do a great cameo together.
What?
The guy from Matchbox 20?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Okay. I can't get it. Like I know a lot of folks that like It's Always Sunny, but I can't. Like I love the female lead because she was Larry David's sister-in-law in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's where I remember her from. She's Danny DeVito's great. I just can't. I can't get
Comedy
into
Central they drove that series into the ground because they just replayed it too much. Like it was so easy to just watch it. Like if you ever turn on Comedy Central, it was almost always on.
And I never watched it.
I never got into. I know Alfredo loves it. I know lots of people that dig it, but it's
a good show.
Yeah.
But it's just
we tried. What we got like 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
I do like the one guy with the beard though. The guy that was the guy who's in the Ice Cube movie. Like he seems like the most talented one. If
I think him and the lady are married. Yeah.
In real life?
In real life, yeah.
Word, they be bumping uglies, yeah.
Yeah.
Now what the short dumb one?
Yeah, Charlie Day.
Is that Charlie?
Yeah,
that's
he was
Charlie.
in Pacific Rim.
Yeah, he was in Pacific Rim. He was he was in the Ice Cube movie. The Fist Fight or whatever it was called.
I thought when you said the Ice Cube movie, I was trying to think, is there like a kid's movie about ice cubes or something?
No, the Ice Cube movie where the teachers fight, silly.
Okay, yeah.
He was in that.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
Fist Fight.
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
It looked good. I mean, I like Ice Cube. I got no beef with that dude.
Is that on Netflix?
No, I don't know, not yet. I would like to see like they're doing that that HBO show about Dre and Jimmy Ione or whatever from
the Defiant Ones.
I would like to see a story like that about Ice Cube because he's almost more kind of miraculous, if you will. Like that dude was like straight up fucking gangster as shit, and now he's like this like well-respected kind of actor, and he
just evaporated at the end of Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
like he just disappeared into thin air.
And he's doing family movies and stuff like that. And like Ice Cube's amazing. He was the greatest rapper in the world for a little while. Now he's doing kids movies, and he's like this famous actor dude.
I think I saw a meme recently that was like a picture of him and Bill Cosby, and it says, if I asked you 20 years ago which one of these would be a serial rapist and which one would be in family comedies, what would you think?
Totally, right? So the Klingon dude's dead in Quark's bar, and the medical examiner's there, and so is our main man,
Odo.
Odo's there, and they're trying to figure out what happens, and Quark gets the bright idea, like, hey, man, look at all these people outside. There's just tons of people that want to come in the bar and see what happened.
So I guess Odo got his job back?
Yeah. I guess Odo got his job back. Yeah, what happened to the other guy?
Odo still has he's still the security chief for the station. Like he's like Bajoran security, civilian security. So he's like the town sheriff, and where Eddington is Starfleet security. So his jurisdiction only applies to Starfleet matters.
So you're saying it's like separate but equal? Like there's Jim Crow on the station, like Bajorans get treated one way and the Federation people get treated another way?
Well, it's kind of like in Japan when we had, the Navy police and the Japanese police.
This isn't going to end well, I don't think. These guys are going to butt heads at some point. Like, there's going to be like, do you remember that movie with Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery, where Sean Connery played that like dude that knew
the Art of War?
Yeah, the Rising Sun or whatever it was called.
Sun?
Yeah, where like there was that murder and Sean Connery was involved because he was like the white Japanese guy that was all involved in the inner workings of Japan. Because when I think white guys involved in the inner workings of Japanese
very
culture.
large white penis.
That's right. Konnichiwa.
I'm surprised he didn't just play a Japanese person.
Right.
Well, he has done it in the past.
Yes, he doesn't give a fuck. Like
my name is Sato Takahashi.
Do you have any more sake?
Yes. I love sushi.
Sushi and shaki. No, there's actually a Bond. I forget which one it was where they had to fake James Bond's death. And then he had to go into disguise as a Japanese guy. So he's like a 6'6" Japanese
man with a golden
guy.
gun.
I'm gonna have to find.
Was that the beginning of Man with a Golden Gun?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
Yeah.
it's on Hulu. All the James Bond movies are on Hulu. Oh, dude, I have to see
so offensive.
this. It's like, oh, he's got like tape on his eyes. He's got his teeth sticking out. Oh, hero.
He's got the Mo haircut. I mean, it's
No,
like
it can't
every
be that one. That's a Roger
stereotype.
Moore.
I am not a James Bond.
The man with the golden gun?
Let's
Mhm.
Google.
Yeah, that was James because that had Christopher Lee was the man with the golden gun, wasn't it?
All right, I'm
I thought it
thinking of a
was
different
You Only Live Twice. I could be wrong though.
You only live twice. I
one.
remember there was a
His name
volcano,
was
maybe.
done.
It was
done
Mount
that.
Fuji.
No, I thought there was a volcano other than Mount Fuji.
No. Not if he's a Japanese dude, son. Japanese. They're James Bond Japanese dude. That's what I Googled.
I googled James Bond acts Japanese.
There's
only
a scene
lived
where he's like,
twice.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I'm turning Japanese. I really think.
Oh, hero.
What was his name?
It's not terrible. I mean, they just put a fucking kimono on him and then like, that's all they did. Like, I got the picture right here.
Wait a second. Roald Dahl wrote the screenplay for this movie?
What?
What?
Really? Get out of here.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
It's Sean in the Chocolate Factory.
Yes. Charlie, you must pretend to be Japanese if you want this chocolate.
Hello. And we all do pretty shitty James Bond impersonations. So that's cool. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Like there's not one shining example. Dennis, you did a good job though with the sake. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't find his name in it. It was really dumb.
His Japanese name?
Yeah, his fake Japanese name.
Was it
O'Hara.
I don't know. Was it Tiger Tanaka?
No, that was
That was an act.
some
Okay.
other guy. Yeah.
All right. Jay, here it is. The 10 most embarrassing James Bond moments.
I was just looking at that.
There it is. Got it. Bond, bad man. Here it is. James Bond. Yeah, he disguises himself as a Japanese fisherman to go undercover. It's not just racially
Of course.
insensitive, but it's
Fisherman.
unbelievable. Yeah, of course. Oh, hello, I'm here to catch fish. It's like, what are you doing? They don't say his name here in this one.
And
What's-
what movie was this?
Oh, look out, Godzilla! It's like, what are you doing? You're selling this too much, James. Godzilla's not here.
He's the
Yeah,
tallest,
one of the pictures.
most lightest skinned, blue eyed Japanese person on the island.
Oh,
There's a
hello.
couple of these. He looks Romulan.
Yeah, right. He does because,
Yeah.
like, how long
Because
is
that
he?
was the other thing is the eyebrows.
How long is he in Japanese face for the movie? Like, is it like half of it, or just a little while, or?
I can't. It's been so long since
I'll
I've
have
seen
to-
it.
Mhm.
I might just watch this just for the comedy aspect of like James Bond, Sean Connery, James. They would let him do anything. He was the early Al Pacino, where they just like, hey, you want to play a Cuban guy? Yeah, sure, whatever. Like, that's fine. Yeah, sure. It's all the same. They're romantic languages. They're close enough.
Where's my cigar?
So Quark comes up with this great plan. He's like, all these people are here. I'm just going to tell everybody that I killed this motherfucker. It was self-defense. I killed him.
I thought it was a good plan.
It was. I mean, it's very short-sighted because, like, the way the Klingon. I mean, my wife was even like, somebody's going to come looking for him, and she was like half watching the episode on her phone, so she kind of knew what
Yeah.
was up. And that's the
Well,
same.
of course, somebody's going to come looking for him. We're only 5 minutes in the
Yeah,
episode.
but I'm saying like someone is going to come looking for him because it's the Klingon code of honor. Like, you killed my
Yeah.
brother, now I got to fuck you up, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's got a family somewhere. Somebody's going to come looking for his ass.
Yeah.
And Odo even kind of says the same thing to him.
He's like,
Yeah,
nah, I'll
but his
deal with it
plan
later.
his plan is if they come, I'll tell them the truth, and then whatever. But at least for a little while, it'll spruce up some business.
Yeah.
It's not the worst plan ever.
Unless you
Solid
catch a bat
opportunity.
left.
Yes, it's all about opportunity, and that's what the Ferengi are all about. They're trying to create opportunities to make more wealth, and it's working. Like they making some money, baby. They doing good.
Even Starfleet people are like rubbernecking.
Yep. And then Quark goes into the big kind of stage play about how it happened, and it's very funny. And I really enjoy Quark. There's no other character in the Star Trek universe that I've seen, because there could be in another series who's quite like him. He's an original.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't say
Even
it enough.
for Ferengi, like the other Ferengi are completely different from him. No other Ferengi acts like him.
And now, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I mean, I think he really nails the characterization, and he's made he evolved this role in this. I mean, like any actor could just read the lines,
Mm-hmm.
and they, if you'd had one of the other actors who'd been Ferengis in the past, I think you wouldn't have had the same I don't know, energy that what's his name, Shimmerman, brought to the role. And I've seen him in other, like in the lawyer shows.
Really?
He usually plays a judge. Yeah, he plays a judge like on Boston Legal and stuff like that.
Does he have the Quark makeup on?
That'd be
no,
Judge Quark.
There was an episode of Castle where he's like
that's your
a
jam.
sci-fi prop guy, and so I've seen him without the makeup, and he's a good enough actor that you have that. I don't know if you never saw him before, you would have that moment of, wait, this guy's somebody I know, but I just you can't click until you're probably a couple of minutes into it, and then you're like, holy shit, that's Quark.
Yeah,
so he's got a pretty good range.
He's amazing. I love him. I think he's great. I'm looking at his biography here, his TV shows that he's been on. If he was on Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the caddy, right?
I don't remember that episode. I have to go back and watch that one.
It's the Sue Ellen Mischke. She wouldn't wear a bra, and Kramer had the accident, so they took her to court to make her pay for the damages in the car accident.
Interesting.
And Jackie, what's his name?
The lawyer. Yeah. The lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah. He made her, or Armin Shimmerman told him, hey, make her try on the glove, make her try on the bra. But the bra didn't fit. They had to quit.
That's really funny. I have to check that out because I just love that guy. He's great. Like, he's just an amazing, he just plays that character so well. It's just really wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a voice actor, apparently. He's done some voice acting. He was in Atlas Shrugged. He was in Numbers. He was in Justice League Unlimited. Cool. Good for him. I like that guy. He's great.
Who is he in Justice League Unlimited?
In Justice League Unlimited, he plays Professor Milo in the Doomsday Sanction episode. And then he was also on Batman the Brave and the Bold, where he played Calculator, Psycho Pirate, Professor Mark Haley, and the Second Guardian.
He was on Buffy.
I love Buffy.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely on Buffy.
He was on the interesting.
I love it that he and Quark, he and Odo, Renee Auberjonois. God damn it.
Auberjonois.
I was good with that one. Auberjonois.
He actually, like, when we met him, he wrote, like, he had a little pronunciation guide.
Really?
They're friends. Like, their houses are, like, down the street from each other, and their families have dinner.
Oh, that's
so
and so he was telling the story, and it's just like, oh my God, it makes me so happy to think that Quark and Odo are retired, but they, like, live down from each other, and they have a barbecue, or, hey, we're going to go grab dinner,
They're real life. It's cool that they're real life BFFs. I get what you're saying. I'm into that.
Yeah. Like, I'm almost tearing up from it. It's such a cute story.
They have a wonderful relationship together. They really do. I really like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Quark.
And so our dream of the space odd couple could still happen.
Yeah, I would love that. Like, we should probably try to pitch. Maybe we could pitch that to them as like a web series. That'd be cool, right?
They'll buy anything, apparently.
They'll buy
I've
anything.
seen the stuff from. I've seen the stuff from Discovery. You can sell them anything at this point. Just put it behind the paywall.
I mean, why not, right? I mean, I'm not that worried about Discovery. I think it's going to be okay. That new trailer from Comic-Con looked pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I didn't see the new trailer.
There was a new trailer that came out from Comic-Con. Ben, I almost believed that. Like, I was that close. You almost got me. But
he's not paying attention. He's watching the game.
I know he's not. It's fine. But yeah, I think it was with Dennis. Was it a new trailer from Comic-Con?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all over the place. It looked cool. I'm interested.
The best thing is
I really like how they explain the uniforms.
Like all the Klingons were screaming like somebody died, you know?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Well, there was a Klingon sarcophagus that looks interesting. So the way that they're going to explain why the Klingons are different.
Klingon Mumra.
I can't tell. I can't tell if
these are going to be like an.
Ben,
these are going to be like an ancient sect of Klingons.
I can't tell. I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
He's not being serious.
No, I mean, and so that explains away the whole thing of why they look different than the Klingons that we have, is because they're this ancient sect of Klingons that are bringing back some. I don't know. We don't know. It's a mystery. But my suspicion would be that it's some ancient religion that they're bringing back. And then the revelation that they had at Comic-Con that the main character, because we've seen Sarek, Spock's father, in several of the previews prior to this, so we know he's going to be a part of it. But why was he being a part of it? It's because Spock has a half-sister. Mind blown, right? So apparently
that was bullshit. See, I know that was bullshit.
So, no, hold on. So Spock had a half brother. We found that out in Star Trek V, which was obviously one of the better Star Treks. So Sybok, being the child of Sarek and Vulcan priestess, who didn't deserve a name because she's a woman, and that's how misogyny works. So then that was that child. And so then that's Sybok, but now we find out
Sybok, not
Amanda,
Cyborg.
Amanda Grayson, Spock's mother, had a child before she married Sarek.
Interesting.
And so
now I read
young lady that's the star of the show is the daughter of Amanda Grayson.
Now I've read somewhere online that the idea of Spock having a half sister is canon somewhere, like it's kind of floating around.
Well, if it wasn't, it is now. Okay. So that's all that really matters. I mean, once it's on screen, then it's forever tied to reality for us.
She's breaking up. He's breaking up.
It doesn't matter. I recently watched 16 hours of Big Bang Theory, so everything is real now.
Your brain is mush.
Yeah, your brain is destroyed.
I don't know why he did this to himself. I just don't understand it.
Do you have a death wish? Are you hoping to die by watching 16 hours of that show?
No, it actually explains a lot. I now get several jokes that have been made at my expense. It's quite funny.
Oh, no, that's not fun. Who would do such a thing? I've never done that because I've never seen the show, so I don't know.
I've seen it.
I honestly have every episode I've ever seen was probably at my mom's house when she'll watch it in syndication, and I'll just go, this is fucking terrible. Like, it's not even anywhere near the area of good. Like, the area of good is here. And
I think now we've been reprogrammed for sitcoms to where if it has a laugh track, it's not funny anymore.
I can see that. I can see that. Okay, all right.
Like
sometimes it's
the
okay
Office,
to
Parks
turn
and Recreation, those kind of shows. Like they didn't have a laugh track, so you had to pay attention and not laugh when everybody else was laughing.
Yeah, but they also had cameras that were doing
and they also had like actual jokes that were funny.
Yeah.
That's always helpful too. Actual jokes is good.
And they didn't have to do from
so they were doing James
Bond.
Bond.
The bottled city of Candor.
So back to
they have anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Trek references in this Big Bang thing.
Well, a lot of those guys show up on the show, right? Like Will Wheaton shows up. Isn't Sulu on the show too?
I know Leonard Nimoy was on there at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They referenced him for several years, but then he actually broke down and
he comes on. He's like, "Stop fucking talking about me for real, y'all motherfuckers."
It wasn't a character. He was like, seriously.
He just showed up. Hey, motherfucker, bust your ass.
Don't turn off the cameras. No. I want this recorded.
Yo, Jim Parsons. Keep my name out your mouth, son. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm gonna fuck you up. You say that shit again, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna end you, bitch. I'll end you. Don't make me get up. And then he just left like Ghostface. It was like that Ghostface Action Bronson video. Yo, so you just kind of, so let me tell you something, Jim Parsons.
I think it's more like the pilot episode of Jerry. I don't know if you ever saw that on Seinfeld when they filmed the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name was in the audience, and Jerry comes out to warm up the crowd or whatever, and what's his name? Shit. He just saw him in the cab that morning. Jumps out of just like launches out of the studio audience.
Yo, anyway. Jim Parsons. All right, so back to Trek. So Quark comes up with this cool strategy, and it's working. And then it blows up in his face quickly because on his way back to his quarters, he gets attacked by a Klingon.
Oh, shit.
It looks like he had gold fronts, this Klingon dude. Like, he had gold teeth. Like, it was interesting.
All its Klingons have, like, kind of rotten teeth. Like, everybody in this episode had rotten-ass teeth. So he's probably the one that was like, you know what? I'm going to take care of this.
The most rotten, the better. That's, I think, how it works. Like, it's like a power thing. Like, if your teeth are real fucked up, then
I can take a toothache. I'm so tough.
I can bite through this metal bar. Watch this. Grr.
There is no honor in flossing.
There's no honor. Claw teeth.
Are they like sharks? Do new teeth just come out whenever they lose a tooth?
Probably, yeah.
That would be awesome.
It's kind of got that vibe.
Hopefully, Discovery will explore that.
Yeah.
Klingon dental physiology.
Well, that's the next cash grab show will be Star Trek Dental Hygiene, and dental hygienist from Starfleet Corps of Medical Sciences will.
So anyway,
Galaxy
Starfleet dentist,
Captain Crusher's ship, the USS
Dentine.
The Dentine.
I
Colgate.
I hate when I notice though that they get lazy on the teeth with some of these guests, and so like they'll do like the top, but then they think you won't be able to see it, so they'll leave and then the bottom. This person has had like major work done, so they got like pristine bottom teeth.
To be fair, they didn't have like HD back in the day. Like you're not going to notice that on your little.
But they did that with
TV.
They did that with the old guy, the other guy, the Kenny Rogers looking Klingon who had the long gray hair, who wanted to pick a song on his guitar about his house and how it fell apart.
My house fell apart one winter.
You picked a fine time.
You gotta know when to coupla.
Know when to charge.
Know when to bat left.
Know when to fight with honor.
Come on!
You never trust Ferengi. That's all I got.
It was good. I was into it. I was totally amped on it. You were doing a good job.
Yeah, it was a good tag team.
We should put a greatest hits out and just have like all these remakes for the Dork Trek.
Remix.
The Dork Trek covers. Maybe we'll get some Wikipedia mentions for the most notable covers of songs.
Yeah, well, that would be good. Man. We could go to like cons and sell them like official Star Trek merchandise. Yeah. Like it's songs and there are bands. There's a band called 5 Year Mission. It's songs inspired by Star Trek, but we'll just do like,
right down the street from you.
Yeah, they're in Indiana. Yeah. We could do like cover like Weird Al covers of like regular songs and just make them Star Trekky.
Now, could we set up our table to look like the back of a car?
So we could just sell them out the back of the car, CDs. Son.
Just drive the car onto the con floor.
Yeah. Applause! We run people over. We run over fucking fat nerds. Applause!
We are ramming speed.
I love it. And so we come back from commercial. This was the commercial break. And then they have their conversation. What was that? Ben's crying. They have this conversation. Ben was really sad that they went to commercial break. It's very sad.
I thought it was just because he's a little bitch.
Why must they go to commercial?
20 years ago.
I remember that commercial. It was so sad. It was so sad.
It was an ASPCA commercial.
About all those poor dogs.
On the wings of an angel.
So the guy says, hey, look, man, if my brother died on accident, then that's not good. But if he died in battle, then it's all good. And they say, all right, he died in battle. Cool.
Yeah, personal combat.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Battle of Quarks.
Yeah, the Battle of Quarks. And then I got to say.
Which one gets me not killed?
Yes, both of them could. But this one, the saying that you killed him is going to get you less murdered, if that makes sense.
It'll buy you a little time.
Yeah, a little time.
And you could see how confused he was because he had it all planned that he was just going to be like, no, it was just an accident. I didn't actually kill him. No big deal. Calm the fuck down. And then he's like, no, it was just an accident. Well, then I'm going to kill you because he died without honor.
Oh, shit. No, I killed him. I
killed him real good.
That motherfucker's dead is dead. All right, whatever. However he's dead is cool with me as long as he's dead.
With honor.
Ooh, Copla.
He cried like a little bitch when I slit his throat and he begged for his mother's mercy.
That's not honor. That's the exact opposite.
That's not very honorable.
No. That's actually kind of sad. It makes my heart hurt.
Well, his heart hurt too when I slowly stabbed him with his knife.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. So he did, and then he tells the brother that that's what happened, and then everything looks like it's going well for Quark, and then the next day, some lady shows up, and she's like, you killed my husband. Like, oh, shit, here it comes. Like, it just doesn't stop. Like, wave after wave of angry Klingon family members shows up looking for
Did they
Quark.
carpool or something?
We're getting more Klingons around.
How close is DS9 to Kronos?
No, Klingon Homeworld.
They call it Kronos in this episode.
They do, but first they go, Klingon Homeworld, I'm on Kronos. Because, hey, just in case you guys forgot, that's where we are.
Wait, is this the first city? Yes.
And
it's First City Honda. And next week at First City Honda, you'll be able to get the greatest deals.
Kronos itself sounds like the name of a metal band. Like, if I was going to start a metal band, it would be called Kronos.
Yeah.
Now, would you spell it with a K, or would you spell it with CH?
I can't spell. It's not my strong suit.
Maybe with a Z.
Yeah,
I
would guess. Phonics is completely
Z-E-D.
Phonics is completely lost on me.
The Klingons still spell it right, so don't worry about it.
H.
There's no R in Kronos for Klingon, so.
What is it? I think
squiggly thing.
The official transliteration is Quonos. It's Quonos or something.
Quiznos.
Yeah.
I wondered where because most of the ones around my area closed down. So it's
they
nice
didn't
to
have
know
honor.
that they did like Native Americans and went into space and got their own planet.
That's what Quiznos did?
Yeah, that's what the Klingons in Discovery are about. They love toasting their sandwiches.
Toasty sub couple.
Now, they're not nearly as good as Firehouse subs.
You will toast with honor, couple.
There's no honor in unmelted cheese.
Couple.
I imagine with those teeth, a soft bread would just get stuck in it.
Yeah, it would be a big.
Oh, yeah.
You need the crunchy bread.
You need a big. It'd just be a big mess. You're right, Dennis. I like the way you think. Baby.
At what point are we subjected to the awful B story?
I'm not. You know
episode?
What? I think
are we just going to skip over that?
You brought it up.
What's funny is the Wikipedia page. The B story is literally 3 sentences at the bottom of the of the entry.
All right. Here's the B story. School closes down. The wife is mad or just kind of bummed out that her life isn't working out the way she wants it to. O'Brien tries to do some nice stuff for Keiko, and then he just tells the bitch to leave for 6 months. And that's exactly
he sees an opportunity to get rid of her.
Like, it feels like they just had this B story filmed, and they were waiting for an episode that needed about 4 extra minutes of footage. Yeah. Like, all right, we can put it in here.
Because it
doesn't touch the A story at all.
See, and the weird part, I mean, they connect in the sense that the school shut down because people are afraid to come to the station because of the Dominion. That's their connecting point. That's it. The only place they dovetail, and the rest is like, this is awesome, not so much.
It could have been anywhere else in the season. Like, his B story could have been slid in, and it would have been all right.
Yeah, Dennis.
Well, they wanted to. The next few episodes. Well, the next few episodes, we're going to get some Bashir O'Brien time.
Yeah. Like, look,
sexy.
You can go
now that you got rid of Keiko
to the planet for 6 months, and me and the doctor can work on our relationship.
Doctor, send me some nudes.
That was good. So yes, that's the B story. And then O'Brien's like, hey, why don't you go down to the planet, go to Bajor, and take the kid? And she's like, okay. And he's like, free at last. And that's how it is.
I'll be like
he gets up and does a jig.
Yeah.
This is the unhappy married man's lottery that he, I mean, it's like, and he sells it to her, and she's just like, oh, but I don't want to, break my promise. And he's like, oh, but this will make you happy. So it's something that she wants to do, and she's going to take the fucking kid. Yeah. It's like he's bachelor again.
It's very sneaky, very smart on him, because he looks like a nice
I gotta
guy.
imagine when she comes back, though, he's going to have like all of his models like set up in the living room. All the furniture's gone. He's got, here's the Battle of the Alamo, and here's the Battle of Britain.
She's going to come home, and all the locks will be changed. Why doesn't my space key work? Like,
they're gonna move DS9 like hundreds of thousands of kilometers away.
Yo, let's put it on the other side of the planet.
Why don't we put it on the other side of the wormhole and not tell anybody?
Especially Keiko. We'll tell everybody else, but no, to Keiko, that shit exploded. She'll never know.
And he goes and talks to the prophets in the wormhole. It's like, all right, if Keiko comes through here, send her somewhere else.
Y'all ain't seen me. I blew up in the explosion, son.
Yeah.
She finally gets back to the station, and she's like knocking on the door because her key doesn't work. He's on the other side pretending to be somebody else. Like,
he's a Japanese fisherman. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, no Riv here. No, hold on, Brian.
But then she starts busting out the Japanese.
Yes,
Japanese.
I forgot.
I'm from another island. I do not understand your dialect.
No, in my island we speak a racist broken English.
Only racist pidgin English here.
Only racist broken English spoken on my island. Oh, so sorry.
You go to house next door. Only speak Spanglish.
They speak a racist Spanish next door. So sorry.
Is that Cisco?
Yeah.
So sorry, no one here. You should leave. This is Deep Space 10.
Nah, it's easier to make it Deep Space 6 because then you just turn the 9 upside down on the door.
No, you got the Deep Space 6. You go take a siesta now.
I just like the idea that they have a door to the station that says Deep Space 9 on it.
I mean, they need the address. How the postman gonna find the fucking place, Dennis? Come on, baby.
Yeah. You gotta get your space mail.
Yeah, you gotta get your space mail.
No, this is Deep Space 19. We have just not painted the one.
One fell off.
Time was a man could be racist in his own home without having to do a funny voice.
Well, this just makes it better because it brings it back around with the O'Brien pretending to be a Japanese fisherman. It's the callback.
Yeah,
it's the callback.
Yeah.
See, and now that whole sidetrack onto James Bond movies, now it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how it pays off.
Look, I'm waving to the crowd. You can't see it.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
Callback. I love it. I mean, the callback's the best part of comedy. So yeah. So anywho. So where are we? So yeah. So they take Quark to the fucking Klingon homeworld.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called,
Kronos.
Dennis? Yes.
Kronos.
I'm on Kronos. And then that's where we meet Klingon. That's where we meet Klingon.
Cronut.
Cronuts.
Yeah.
That's where we meet Space Kenny Rogers. And he tells a sad tale about how the house has fallen and everything's going to shit.
Yeah.
And how
it's Kenny Rogers Klingon without the eye surgery.
But he's got good teeth though. He's got good bottom teeth. If you look.
Well, he's got to eat that chicken.
Yeah.
That nice roasted chicken.
So yeah, so they tell
chickeny.
They tell the story about how the brother who showed up, the brother who showed up on the station is like not a nice dude, and he wants to take control of the house. You understand?
But he needs there not to be special circumstances. Mm-hmm. So if he died with honor, it's all cool. He can take over the house with no male heir. But if there's special circumstances for dying unhonorably, then things are not good for him.
Yes. A lot of weird kind of loopholes here in Klingon society. I wasn't expecting all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, you would figure they would just, like, if you want to take control of a house, just kill somebody.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you know.
These are the great houses.
Yeah, these are the great houses. And they explain that what's been happening here is like this dude's been a booze hound his whole... What's his name? He's got a...
Kozar.
Kozar. Bernie Kozar. That's right, Kozak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns for a little while.
No, he had the lollipop. He was Kozak.
Yeah, Kozak.
He solved crimes, had the lollipop.
Didn't
work out.
One more drink, Quark.
No, that's the wrong guy. This is Who Loves You, Baby. You're thinking about Columbo,
okay.
Dennis. You got your white 70s detective mixed up.
Yeah, they all look alike.
No, this guy, no, they don't look anything alike.
And this isn't the one that wore the seersucker suit. It was...
That's Kolchak. Yeah, this is Kojak with the lily pop and the bald guy. Played by Telly Savalas, you see?
Yeah.
Who was also a Bond villain.
Yes.
It's just...
Is Who Loves You, Baby? 1-1.
Coming together.
1-1, Dennis.
He was the original
Deep Space 1-1.
Deep Space 1. We might be going to Deep Space penalties. So what happens next, Dennis?
So
I just want Dennis to look up and be like, what the fuck would I know? What?
Grilka comes in.
And
next thing you know, boom, they're married.
Yeah, they get hitched. Now, do they consummate the relationship? Because I'd watch that.
I don't think they did.
I don't think Quark would survive that.
I would love to see that.
I wanted to see it happen. I wanted it to happen, but I don't think so. He seemed very sexually frustrated by the end of the episode.
Yes.
Remember at the what was it? The last episode of last season? The screaming sound that Quark would make whenever he was in danger of being hurt. I think that would be the sound you would hear in this episode if they tried to consummate the wedding.
I would like to hear that, but he doesn't make that noise at all during the episode. I mean, Quark is very brave for a Ferengi in this episode. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. The one thing Haley kept saying as we were watching it, she was like, well, at least if he had to marry Klingon, like, she's pretty cute.
Yeah. What was her name? Mary Kay Adams?
What?
That's
her real name?
That's her real name.
I was like, that is not a Klingon name.
Mary Kay Adams is the actress.
Mary
and it's
Kate
funny
and
because
Klingon.
She did like a ton of bit parts on shows back in the day, but then she just finally gave up acting, and her main gig now is a sign language interpreter.
Huh, that's fun.
Like, she's just like, fuck acting. And she was on Seinfeld. She was on a couple of things. So
I don't know who she made mad in the makeup department, but her fucking eyebrows in this episode are fucking insane. Like, They look like
They're
windshield.
like Sean Connery as a Japanese
Yeah,
man.
almost. They look like goddamn windshield wipers on her head. Like they're just fucking huge.
Yeah, there's something going on with female Klingon eyebrows.
And how come her
on
titties
DS9.
ain't hanging? How come her titties ain't hanging out like the Duras sisters? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Because she's a good Klingon.
Yeah, she's
So
not a
the
whore.
naughty bad Klingons.
Boo.
I thought that was all because I mean those were the only kind of two Klingon ladies I'd seen with a Dura, and their titties was hanging out. And then the ones that Riker
Well,
were
what
hanging
about
out, their titties were
what
hanging
about
out
Worf's
too, right?
wife?
Were her titties hanging out? You know what? I'm gonna have to
I don't
go
think
back
so.
and watch that episode.
I don't
my
think
pants on.
Alexander mom's. Yeah.
Have to-
Alexander's mom kept her shirt closed.
yeah. So is that what you're saying? Is they're a bore? They're boring
Well,
Klingons.
she's only half Klingon anyways.
That's true. So these Klingon ladies don't want a husband.
They're just looking to have fun.
Yeah. Ooh, whip my ding ding out.
You're looking for Mr. Right now.
Hot dog. So yeah.
They were trying to double team Sauron
Yeah.
in Generations.
That's
right?
because he's a good listener.
Yeah. He's
Mhm.
got good hair. I mean, Malcolm McDowell. He's pretty handsome. Not Malcolm McDowell. What's his name? Is it Malcolm McDowell?
Yeah.
Malcolm McDowell.
I thought so. I thought I was getting him confused with the guy that was in Planet of the Apes, whose name is similar.
Roddy McDowell.
There you go.
My entire
Now,
life I've had that
if he-
challenge.
If he had hooked up with the Duras sisters, it would have been a clockwork orgy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad joke Wednesday.
So yeah. So they get married, and now Quark is the leader of the house, and everybody thinks this is so funny because he's just some stupid Ferengi. They really downplay Quark here, man. I don't think it's very cool, but that's what they do.
Racist.
They do.
Totally.
Well, I mean, even the one dude, he makes a legal challenge to the Klingon Council because they can't have a Ferengi in charge of a house.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
But she talks about I don't even know how to say the word. I'm beyond tired of that. But the ancient Klingon rule that if somebody kills your husband, they have the option of taking if they kill your husband in personal combat, then they can take over they can marry your wife,
That's fucking fucked up,
take
dude.
over the house. That's Klingons.
I know. I'm just saying it's pretty cool. I'm gonna kill your. You know what? To make matters worse, I'm gonna take your wife when you did.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's gangster shit.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I just think it's really amazingly sexist that the Klingons would be that way in the 24th century.
I mean, the Klingons don't seem like the most progressive of races. To be fair, I mean, they still like fight. They still fight people to the death. Like, it's not like, I mean, it's not like the most culturally evolved society in the whole world. But to be fair, at least their women get to wear clothes. Ferengi ladies are naked. Like, they don't even have clothes on. So, I mean, like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their moon blew up too. If your moon blew up, then you'd probably be kind of savage.
Is that how it works?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're saying Donald Trump's plan is to blow up the moon.
Yeah.
That's probably not that far fetched.
It's going to be great. We're going to blow up the moon. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best. We're going to have the best explosion on the moon. The biggest
Why
explosion.
have all these nukes if we don't use them? So we're going to attack the moon.
We're going to blow up the moon. We're going to win the space race. It's going to be great.
And
Moon's
everybody
been
in my
talking
family will be telling me how, like, if Barack Obama actually cared about America, he would have blown up the moon. Clearly, this guy's, going to fix America by blowing up the moon.
Yeah, of course he will.
What kind of idiot are you?
I know.
You probably watch CNN.
Get with the program.
Fake moon.
Hey man, if Putin tells him to blow up that moon, he's gonna do it. So we got so they get married and they do the whole thing and the rigmarole and the yada yada yada. And Quark is like, "Look, lady, this you're clearly frustrated. This isn't working out. Let's try to do things a little bit my way here. And she's like, I don't want to do that. That's stupid. I don't want to look at dirty ledgers and numbers. And Quark's like, cool, then I'll just do it. And he just does it lickety-split, gets to the bottom of this problem.
Yeah. All he needed was a little adding machine and like the visor, like doing the taxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Carry the two.
And then Quark figures out that the what's the brother's name?
Degor.
Degor has been fucking up their
Degor.
Yep, they've been fucking up their property value and stuff like that. All kinds of jazz to kind of devalue them to make his house more powerful, which is weird because they're brothers, right?
Well, not real brothers.
They're just like how you and me are brothers, Dennis. Like we friends.
Yeah, similarly.
And then we had a falling out. Now I'm trying to devalue your property and shit.
Yeah.
Like I take it real far. Like I don't speak to that dude, and I'm making his property value go down because I infested his house with rats. Wow,
did he buy like all the property around, his Cossack's place and put like cars up on blocks? And
well, that you let the dishonorable Klingons move in next door, and then the property values go down.
While he was sleeping, I took a family of rats and put them in his house. And then I let some shitty Klingons move in next door. Yep, their house is it's an old school bus on blocks. So yeah, that's what they did. And then Quark tells everybody what happens. And, much to the Klingon character, they could give a fuck. They don't care about these numbers. This is all boring to them. Even so much so that, like, Quark has an Excel presentation for him. Yeah. And Garon just throws his fucking little iPad on the
floor.
I like how they all were clicking on it like they were waiting for the naked pictures to show up. How do you do this?
See, I thought it was funny, though, because the screen size couldn't have been very large. It would have been smaller than your fucking phone, even if you have, like, a small phone. And they're, like, trying to do spreadsheets and shit. And I'm like, dude,
well, it's Ferengi-sized.
Yeah, it's Ferengi-sized.
Should have been PowerPoint, and it should have been projected.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It probably should have been projected.
He should have gone to, like, the Antlers Doubletree that they have there in the first city and, rent out one of the ballrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get it set up nicely, have it catered.
Mm-hmm. Do everything that needs to get done so you do it right so everybody knows.
Yeah. Have some
he could have gone to the Space Regal Cinema 12 and you can rent one of their theaters for presentations, and then he could have had the Space Theater projected up on their holo screen. And then you could have seen trailers for upcoming feature holo novels. Yeah,
you could have done it all, man. Like, it would have been really cool. All the presentations, like later when I explain how high yield fucking CDs work, it'll be on this screen. When the Klingons are just making dumb face, like, when do we fight? That's when do I get to kill this dude?
Instead of bathroom breaks, they take left breaks. You have to fight each other.
I'm really bored. I got to kill somebody real fast.
Yeah. Nobody's died in 20 minutes. We need to fix that.
And then your man challenges Quark to a duel. He's like, hey, man, he's besmirched me with all these numbers. So now we got to fight.
I'm no number cruncher. Don't call me a number cruncher.
But I'm going to kill him. And so they have to have an epic battle.
Yeah, not even in an arena, just right there.
Just right
there. The presidential palace.
Yeah, that'd be really fun if that's the way things were settled in like Congress and stuff. Like, he's besmirched my honor. Well, fight to the death right here in Congress. Go ahead, do it.
That'd be amazing.
Let's move this podium out of the way. Hey, Ted Cruz, move that podium.
I want it to be on like little rollers or something. So like the two podiums slide back at an angle, but then the main platform where the Speaker of the House sits, that whole thing actually slides back. To reveal like, and then there's like the congressional seal on the floor.
Yeah, and then the lights come out.
And they just start fighting.
C-SPAN ratings would go through the roof.
Oh, dude, that'd be amazing.
They kick on the smoke machine.
Dude, everybody
It'd be
would.
like
That's the
another
real
Comey
reason
hearing.
McCain doesn't have cancer. The reason he got that gash over the eye had to take down a junior senator.
He
Show him
fucked him
who
up.
the Maverick was.
Maverick my balls.
Kid got a lucky shot in, but the
McCain.
Maverick took him down.
John McCain just kind of kept hitting him because he can't lift his arms over his head, so he's just kind of.
That guy's legs were just slashed to pieces.
He's like fucking Frankenstein.
Oh God! Now I'm thinking about that Sesame Street thing, where or is it the Muppets? That it was one or the other, where they taught you about sharing, and so there was the one creature whose hands were like that, and he couldn't reach down, and then there was the other one who was short and he couldn't reach up, and so the short one couldn't reach the fruit in the tree, and the tall one could reach the fruit in the tree, but he couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
So the way they learned how to do it is the tall one with the arms would knock down the fruit, and
Eat
then John
this.
McCain would feed it to him.
What's really fascinating to me is watching Ben get progressively more and more tired and losing his grip on reality.
We're almost done. We're wrapping this thing up.
That was a dream you had last night.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
Scooby-Doo shows up.
Scooby-Doo showed up and he started making out with Scrappy-Doo. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? You're related. This is weird.
And yet strangely
we're
arousing.
like third cousins. It's okay.
Yeah, they're related by marriage, man.
Is that lipstick? Oh my God, that's not lipstick. Why are you putting it on his face?
Step Scrappy.
Fucking Shaggy shows up and starts jerking everybody off.
I will say, if
Just
you
like
haven't
every
had-
episode of Scooby-Doo.
if you haven't had the opportunity, the Scooby-Doo porn parody. Item 1, Scooby-Doo is not actually in the porn parody. He makes an appearance by phone call at the end. But they've
You watched
cast-
always the end?
How does he dial the phone? Like, he doesn't have thumbs.
His voice dial.
Okay.
But
Riri, call Raggy.
Reverend? Reverend?
Siri doesn't recognize most
Riri.
people's voices. Can you imagine
Riri.
him trying to decipher freaking Scooby-Doo?
Ray Rugal. Ray Rugal. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good make.
I have to look into that.
5 stars.
As porns go, I would rate it pretty highly.
2 dicks up.
Boing. So we have Quark decides he's gonna leave because he knows he's gonna get killed, and he's like, you know what, fuck this lady. And the lady's like, you know what, Quark, you're a real dick. I'm glad I didn't let you suck on my double pussy. And he was like, fine, whatever. And then Quark leaves, but then of course he comes back and he tells the dude, he's like, look, man, they get ready to battle with the bat lifts, and Quark throws his bat lift on the ground. He's like, you know what? If you're just going to fucking kill me, just fucking kill me.
Yeah.
And then
You're going to kill an unarmed Ferengi half your size.
Yeah.
There's your honor.
you a punk.
That guy goes, sounds
It-
good to me.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I love though when he's like, and when you tell the story to your grandchildren of how you came to own this great house, make sure you tell them how you beat this unarmed Ferengi half your size. I was like,
that was
"Damn,
cool.
Quark."
It was cool. Quark was awesome, and
Mhm.
this episode's great because it's Quark who's great with Klingons. Also great. Like this is the best. It's like chocolate and peanut butter. This episode, it's the
Yes.
best. And then Garon steps in. He's like, "You can't. You a punk. You gonna kill an unarmed man? That's just murder. You're a loser. Get at it." And they all fucking. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? They all turn the back on him, baby. And that's it. Now, then we go back to DS9 and Quark is sad, but Rom is a big fan. Rom thinks what he did was awesome.
That was very touching for the little
Yeah.
brother to be like, "Tell me the story again about how
Even
you
though it
were
was
brave."
his fault that Quark almost got killed.
Yeah,
in
but
the
whatever,
first
man. I mean, to be fair, we all know that Rom's kind of a coward. I mean, it fit,
If Quark hadn't gone over there, Ron probably would have gotten his ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know?
So I
So-
think it works.
Yeah.
I know this is what I'm hoping, but I don't know if it will. I hope this Klingon who was shunned by the Klingon Council comes back eventually. Please.
Ben's making a weird face, and I can't tell if he's about to shit himself or if he's trying to hold back.
Just tell me. I mean, I'll
just
we'll
say
get
it,
there
Ben.
anyway. Just thumbs up, thumbs down.
Characters from this episode do come back.
What, Gowron?
Yeah.
Other than Gowron.
Well, I mean, if I'm at this, because that's as soon as
Kenny
it was
Rogers?
over, you got to know when to fucking copla. Know when to chart each.
I would really like to hear a version
Know
of this
when
song.
to choy chew.
But yeah, as soon as this episode was over, I was like, hey, if I'm a dishonored Klingon, the first thing I'm doing is I'm killing fucking Quark. So that would be awesome.
Well, the guards. Yeah.
I'm really excited. The prospects. Now, Ben, you were saying that like the first 3 episodes of season 2 or season 3 are pretty amazing. So this one falls into that category for you?
No.
You're
my
talking
thing
about
is the 3
okay.
the last episode of last season, and then the first 2. I think of that as like one long story.
Okay.
And so now we're into the regular season.
Okay. I love this episode. I thought this episode was great.
I think it's pretty good.
I
It's definitely some of the best Quark I've ever seen.
Yeah, good Quark, good character development. He was awesome. And I mean, I just love Klingons. It's a beautiful thing. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. I really liked it.
I 100% agree with you, Bob. The only reason it's probably 7.5 is because of that shitty B story, like
Fucking
brought the rest of it
hate
down.
I didn't even, and like the thing that pissed me off about the B story was they resolved that after they resolved the Quark stuff. No. Like, again, they had like Quark had his little moment with his brother. That was cool. But I was like, really? I got to go back to a botany. Yeah. I want you to be the best botanist in the galaxy. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
And Julian tries to give Miles advice on how to deal with women. I'm like, what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, this is just weird. This is dumb. And I will say, too, like, that part sucked. And honestly, how many fucking botany jobs are available in the galaxy? I mean, let's be real, motherfucker. Ain't nobody need a bot. You wasted your life. You wasted your life.
That's like the art degree of the future.
Yeah.
I don't know. It did pretty good for Matt Damon in The Martian. He had to grow those fucking potatoes. Like, if it was somebody else that didn't know about how to grow
now,
shit.
I mean, in Keiko's time, you can just replicate them.
Wasted your life.
But what if the replicator goes down?
Then you get O'Brien to fix it.
Everybody will die.
O'Brien's already killed himself at that point.
Because Keiko came back. But the part that gets me is that there's a mountain region on Bajor that's never been surveyed.
That's weird.
But one of the big things that they talk about is how far more advanced the Bajorans were than everybody else earlier.
Like while we were Federation survey.
And I will say that's a bit bullshit story that runabout is going to explode on the way to Bajor.
It's going to crash into the mountain.
Or what'll happen is O'Brien will be like, yeah, it's 3 hours away. I'll come visit you. And he goes to visit and his explodes and he's dead and gone forever. Or is he?
See, my thing is like
it'll be
Washington,
like Thomas Riker.
Is...
No, that's not me. That was my. Help me out here, somebody.
Next thing you know,
that was Edward O'Brien. I'm Miles O'Brien. That was Edward
Giles O'Brien shows up
with the mustache. Yeah, like Luigi.
Yeah.
And
but it's a very dark mustache.
And his sleeves are always rolled down. That's how you know it's not Miles.
Yeah.
Hey, push your sleeves up. Nope, can't do it. It won't let me.
Tattoos. I can't explain my sleeves. Yeah.
So, Ben, what did you think of the episode?
I'm happy to give it a 7.5. One point of trivia: this is the one episode where Gowron appears that Worf is not in the episode.
Really?
In all of Star Trek.
Interesting.
And this is the last time that we go to Kronos or to the Grand Hall or whatever until Enterprise.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Now that's weird because like it was Gowron, but like they never really said his name. Like they never been like Gowron says, which I thought was weird. Like you knew who it was, but I thought they would have given him like a formal introduction.
Well, I was reading some of the behind the scenes stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess the writers and the producers were like, hold on, we have access to the entire Star Trek universe. So anything that we set up on TNG, we can bring that into DS9 because that's part of the expanded universe now.
That's awesome. I love I mean, I always like Garon. I mean, he's on my wall in my office, for God's sakes, in a frame. So Garon's my dude. I'm with him. I'm with Garon.
Make Kronos great again.
Yep. And no. That's the other guy. Dennis, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah, I would say 7. Like, that B story just killed the momentum anytime it showed up.
I think it may have been the shortest B story in the history of Star Trek.
Yeah, but it was poorly placed throughout the episode.
So, all right, cool. Well, there you go, everybody. That was The House of Quark. Good episode. Well done.
Yeah. It's the follow-up to House of Pain.
Yes. Gotta love that. Jump around. Jump around. Next week we'll be off because I'm going to fucking the USS Pigeon Forge, so I'll be on space vacation. You know what? I could probably record from there if you guys want to. I don't know. Nah? All right, we won't.
I might have space jury duty next week.
Oh, no. At night?
No, but I have to get up early in the morning to go. So.
Okay. All right. Well, so we'll skip it because Jenny's got to go to Justice Court, and then I'll be stationed
Police
on
house.
Yes, she has to go to police house. And then I will be on Space Pigeon Forge.
I would like to see the police house testify in open court.
You know what? I still have somebody sent that picture to us on Twitter, and I still have it saved on my phone. So when I'm scrolling through my pictures, there's police house just sitting there. It makes me really happy when I'm flipping through my pictures. Like, hey, there's my kids. Here's a funny picture of the dog. Here's a weird screenshot. Who's that? Oh, that's just police house.
That was actually a very, I went back and listened to that episode last week, and it was a very Photoshop productive episode because that was also where the, how Worf got his groove back came from. I was in that episode.
I gotta go back and listen to this one.
What episode is Police House?
147, I think.
Okay, 147.
Yes,
Wow.
right.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
But that's almost 100 episodes ago.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's, I think, from January of 2015. So
Wow.
it's 2.5 years ago.
We're really great.
Yeah.
Have I said that?
I was on travel then.
Yeah, you weren't in the episode. It was just me,
No.
Bob, and Manny.
Manny. Yeah, Police House.
Yeah. Remember that guy? Manny?
Yep, Manny.
Who?
I still wish we had the Gee episode. That's a lost treasure.
Oh, man.
No one will ever know. We talked.
My
If you were-
semi-formal gi.
If you were mad about us talking about soccer last week, if you would have ever heard this episode, you would have been so pissed because we talked about geese, talking about fucking karate outfits for like 30 minutes. It was amazing. So, well, there you go, guys. Thank you for listening. Again, we won't be here. We won't be on next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So we'll miss you. Hopefully you'll miss us. Adios.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Stop.